Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we have an incredibly exciting topic that might just change how you view those pennies lying around in your pockets. We're talking about the 1967 Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth as much as $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. The 1967 Lincoln penny may appear like a typical penny, but due to a specific minting error, this coin is highly sought after and can fetch an incredible price. In today's video, we'll break down the history behind the Lincoln penny, why the 1967 version is so valuable, and how you can spot one of these rare coins. Let's jump right in. The history of the Lincoln penny. Before we get into the specifics of the 1967 Lincoln penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, was designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin was revolutionary for a few reasons. First, it was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real person, which was a big departure from the allegorical figures used on earlier coins. The original design of the Lincoln penny featured a wheat reverse, showing 2 ears of wheat on either side of the coin, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots. This design lasted from 1909 to 1958. Starting in 1959, the reverse side of the Lincoln penny was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which has remained on the coin ever since. The 1967 penny is part of the period when the Lincoln Memorial design was in use, but there's something special about the 1967 version, a minting error that would later make it highly valuable. The 1967 Lincoln penny, the minting error that changed everything. So, what makes the 1967 Lincoln penny worth $1.8 million? Well, it all comes down to a minting error that occurred during production. This error is called a double die, which means the coin was struck with a misaligned die. This causes the design to appear as if it's been stamped multiple times, creating a doubling effect on the coin's features. In the case of the 1967 penny, this error was particularly noticeable in the year 1967 and the word liberty on the obverse side of the coin. When the die used to strike the 1967 pennies was improperly aligned, it resulted in noticeable doubling on the digits of the year 1967. If you examine the 6 and 7 closely, you may notice a faint second impression of these numbers next to the original ones. The word liberty also shows signs of doubling, especially in the L and I of the word. These doubled areas give the 1967 penny its unique look and make it highly desirable to collectors. This specific error is incredibly rare. While millions of 1967 pennies were minted, only a small number of them have this double die error. The rarity of the 1967 double die penny is one of the main reasons why it can command such a high price, especially if it's in good condition. Why is the 1967 Lincoln penny worth $1.8 million? Now, you're probably wondering, how did the 1967 penny become worth as much as $1.8 million? The answer comes down to 3 main factors: rarity, demand, and condition. 1. Rarity. As I mentioned earlier, the 1967 double die penny is a rare coin. The error occurred during the minting process, but it wasn't widespread. Only a handful of these coins made it onto circulation. In fact, it's believed that only a few hundred 1967 double die pennies exist today. This extreme rarity drives the coin's value skyward, making it one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. 2. Demand. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare, error coins. The 1967 Lincoln penny with a double die error is a prized find for anyone who loves collecting U.S. coins, and the demand for these rare coins continues to rise. As more collectors discover the allure of minting errors and the value they can carry, the prices for coins like the 1967 double die penny continue to climb. 3. Condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its value. A 1967 double die penny in mint condition, with the doubling clearly visible on the year and the word liberty, can fetch a fortune. The 1967 penny that sold for $1.8 million was in exceptional condition, with very little wear and the error clearly visible. The better the condition, the higher the value. How to identify a 1967 double-die Lincoln penny. Now that you know why the 1967 Lincoln penny is so valuable, you're probably wondering how you can identify one of these rare coins. Fortunately, it's not too difficult if you know what to look for. Here are some tips to help you identify a 1967 double-die Lincoln penny. 1. Examine the date. The most obvious place to start is with the year 1967 on the obverse of the coin. The double-die error will cause the digits to appear doubled. Pay close attention to the 6 and 7. If you see a second impression of these digits next to the original ones, you may have a double-die penny. 2. Look at the word liberty. The word liberty is another key area where doubling is visible. Check for a second impression of the L and I in liberty. These letters are usually the first to show signs of doubling, and they're the best indicator that you have a rare double-die error. 3. Check for doubling on other parts of the coin. While the most noticeable doubling occurs on the date and liberty, some 1967 double-die pennies also show signs of doubling in other parts of the coin, such as the word "In God We Trust." While this doubling is typically less pronounced, it's still worth checking for. Once you've identified the double-die error, the next step is to have the coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Getting your coin graded by an organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, will help determine its authenticity and assess its condition. A graded coin is far more valuable than one that hasn't been professionally evaluated. Where to find 1967 double-die Lincoln pennies? Now that you know how to identify a 1967 double-die Lincoln penny, you might be wondering where to find one. Here are a few places you can search. 1. Coin collections. Many people inherit old coin collections, and some of those collections may contain valuable error coins like the 1967 double-die penny. If you have access to an old coin collection, it's worth carefully going through it to see if you can spot any rare coins. 2. Penny rolls. If you want to try your luck, you can search through rolls of pennies at your local bank. While it's unlikely you'll find a 1967 double-die penny in every roll, it's worth checking. Some lucky collectors have found rare error coins in this way. 3. Coin dealers and coin shows. Professional coin dealers and coin shows are great places to find rare coins. Many dealers specialize in rare error coins, and attending a coin show could give you the opportunity to find a 1967 double-die penny. Be sure to buy from trusted dealers who can provide certificates of authenticity. 4. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other online coin marketplaces often feature rare coins like the 1967 double-die penny. When buying online, be sure to check the seller's reputation and look for coins that come with proper authentication. Why error coins are so popular? In the world of coin collecting, error coins have become increasingly popular. These coins represent a unique mistake in the minting process, and every error coin tells a story. Collectors are drawn to these coins because they're not just pieces of currency, they're pieces of history. The 1967 double-die Lincoln penny is one of those coins that has captivated collectors and continues to be highly prized due to its rarity and the minting error that makes it stand out. Conclusion: the 1967 Lincoln penny may seem like just another ordinary coin, but because of the rare double-die error, it has become one of the most valuable pennies in the world. With its rarity, high demand, and exceptional condition, the 1967 double-die penny can fetch as much as $1.8 million. If you happen to find one of these coins, you could be holding onto a real treasure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot valuable ones, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Who knows, you might just find your own rare treasure in your change. Happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of coin collecting or just someone who likes to learn about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1971 Lincoln penny, a coin that many people don't realize could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. This may sound unbelievable, but it's true. In fact, one of these coins recently sold for exactly that amount. So, If you've ever wondered how certain coins become so valuable, especially one as seemingly ordinary as a 1971 penny, stick around because we're about to uncover the history, the minting era, and the reasons why this coin is worth so much. Let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. Before we get into the specifics of the 1971 Lincoln penny, it's important to understand the background of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny, which was introduced in 1909, is one of the longest-standing and most iconic U.S. coins. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. The design was initially attributed to the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. For many years, the reverse side of the penny featured 2 ears of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots. These coins are known as wheat pennies, and they were produced from 1909 until 1958. In 1959, the design was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial, honoring Lincoln's legacy and leadership. This new design has been in circulation ever since, and the 1971 penny falls into this category. The 1971 penny itself isn't especially rare or valuable, but like many coins, there are specific varieties and minting errors that make certain versions of it worth much more than face value. The 1971 Lincoln penny is one of those coins. The 1971 Lincoln penny, the rare minting error. The 1971 Lincoln penny is relatively rare due to a specific minting error. Unlike most years where pennies were produced at multiple U.S. mint facilities, the 1971 penny was primarily produced at the San Francisco Mint, which is why those coins are marked with an S mint mark on the obverse side. The majority of those coins were struck with a standard design and regular production methods, but the small number of them are struck with the rare error that makes them incredibly valuable. The key to this coin's worth lies in what's known as a double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin's die at the metal stamp used to imprint the design onto the coin A is improperly aligned during the minting process. This causes some elements of the design to appear as if they are doubled, or duplicated, giving the coin a distinctive and unique look. This particular minting mistake happened to a limited number of 1971 pennies, which is why they are considered so rare and valuable. If you closely examine the 1971 double die penny, you'll notice that the date and some parts of the word liberty are slightly doubled. This is the result of the die being misaligned during the striking process. The doubling is most noticeable on the one in the year 1971 and the L and I in liberty. These doubled areas make the coin visually distinct from a regular 1971 penny, which is why they attract so much attention from collectors. Why is the 1971 double die Lincoln penny worth $1.7 million? So, you might be wondering, why is the 1971 double die penny worth such a massive amount of money? The answer lies in 3 main factors: rarity, demand, and condition. 1. Rarity. While millions of 1971 pennies were minted, only a small number of them feature the double die error. This error occurred during the production process, but only a few coins slipped through the cracks and were released into circulation. As a result, finding one of these coins is extremely rare, and that rarity is what makes them so valuable. 2. Demand. Coin collectors are constantly on the lookout for rare coins with minting errors like the 1971 double die penny. These types of errors are highly sought after because they represent a piece of numismatic history. Collectors want to own coins that stand out due to unique characteristics like these, which makes the demand for such coins quite high. And as the demand for these rare coins increases, so does their price. 3. Condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its value. A well-preserved 1971 double die penny, with clearly visible doubling on the date and liberty, can be worth significantly more than a coin that has been worn down by years of circulation. The 1971 penny that sold for $1.7 million was in pristine condition, with minimal wear and the doubling error clearly visible, making it a perfect specimen for collectors. The better the condition, the higher the value. How to identify a 1971's double-die Lincoln penny. So, how can you tell if you have a 1971's double-die penny? It's not always easy to spot, but with a little attention to detail, you can identify this rare coin. Here are the key features to look for. 1. Check the date. The most obvious place to look is the date 1971 on the obverse side of the coin. The double-die error will cause the digits to appear slightly doubled, especially the one in the year. Look for a faint second impression of the number next to the original one. This is one of the easiest ways to spot the error. 2. Examine the word Liberty. The word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin is another place where the doubling is visible. Pay attention to the L and I of Liberty, as these letters are most likely to show signs of doubling. If you can see a second impression of these letters, you may have found a 1971's double-die penny. 3. Look for doubling in other areas. While the doubling is most noticeable on the date and Liberty, some 1971's pennies with this error also show signs of doubling in other parts of the coin, such as the word "In God We Trust" or the bust of Abraham Lincoln. However, the doubling in these areas is usually less pronounced than on the date and Liberty. Once you've identified the doubling, the next step is to get the coin authenticated. A reputable coin grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can authenticate your coin and assess its condition. A certified coin will be far more valuable than an ungraded coin, so it's worth getting your find professionally evaluated. Where to find 1971's double-die Lincoln pennies? Now that you know how to identify a 1971's double-die Lincoln penny, you might be wondering where to find one. While they are rare, it's not impossible to stumble upon one. Here are a few places to search. 1. Coin collections. Many people overlook the value of older coins in their collections, so if you have access to inherited or old collections, it's worth checking them over. You might find a 1971's double-die penny hiding in a box of loose change or old coins. 2. Penny rolls. You can also try your luck with penny rolls from your local bank. While the chances of finding a 1971's double-die penny in a roll are slim, it's still a good idea to search through them if you're a serious collector. 3. Online auctions and coin dealers. Websites like eBay and Heritage Auctions are often places where rare coins like the 1971's double-die penny are sold. When buying coins online, make sure to buy from trusted sellers who can provide certificates of authenticity. You can also visit professional coin dealers who may have these rare coins in their inventory. 4. Coin shows. Coin shows are another great place to find valuable coins. These events bring together collectors, dealers, and enthusiasts from around the world. If you're looking for a 1971's double-die penny, attending a coin show could be a great way to find one. Conclusion: the 1971's Lincoln penny is one of the most exciting coins for collectors, thanks to its rare double-die error. If you happen to find one of these coins, you could be holding onto a piece of numismatic history worth over $1.7 million. Whether you find it in your change, in a coin roll, or from a collection, knowing what to look for and how to identify a 1971's double-die penny could change your life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, happy collecting! Who knows what treasures you might find next. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a coin that you might have in your pocket right now, but it could be worth a whole lot more than just 1 cent. That's right, we're diving into the 1980 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but actually has the potential to be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. If you think that sounds too good to be true, stick around because we're about to explore the history of the Lincoln penny, the minting errors that make some of these coins so valuable, and how you could potentially find one that could change your life. Let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. Before we get into the specifics of the 1980 Lincoln penny, Let's take a quick look at the history of this iconic U.S. coin. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, it was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This design was revolutionary because it was the first time a living person had been depicted on U.S. currency. The reverse side of the penny initially featured 2 ears of wheat, symbolizing the country's agricultural roots, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, the design on the reverse side was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the 16th President, Abraham Lincoln. This new design was meant to celebrate the strength of the nation and was used on the penny for many years. The 1980 penny falls into this category, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and the well-known portrait of Lincoln on the obverse. The 1980 penny itself is not particularly rare, and you can still find it in circulation today. However, a small number of these coins have a rare and valuable minting error that makes them worth far more than their face value. In fact, one of these pennies recently sold for an incredible $1.5 million, and today we're going to explain how you can spot this valuable coin. The 1980 Lincoln penny and its minting error. The 1980 Lincoln penny, like many coins, went through a large-scale minting process that included thousands of individual coins being produced at the U.S. Mint. However, in some cases, the production process didn't go as planned, and errors occurred. These errors are what make certain coins so valuable to collectors. For the 1980 penny, the error we're focusing on is a rare variety known as the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin does not align properly, causing some parts of the design to appear doubled. For the 1980 Lincoln penny, this error can be seen most clearly in the date and the word Liberty. If you closely examine the 1980 penny with this error, you will notice that the digits in the year 1980 are slightly doubled. This can be seen especially in the 8 and the 0, where you'll notice a second, faint version of the digits. Similarly, the word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin may also show doubling, particularly in the L and I of Liberty. Why is the 1980 double-die Lincoln penny worth $1.5 million? Now, you're probably wondering, why is the 1980 double-die Lincoln penny worth $1.5 million? It's all about rarity, demand, and condition. 1. Rarity. The main reason why the 1980 double-die penny is worth so much is its rarity. While millions of 1980 pennies were minted, only a very small number of them are affected by this doubling error. These coins are extremely hard to find, especially in good condition. The 1980 double-die penny is one of those hidden gems that few collectors come across. As with any collectible, rarity increases value, and the fewer of these coins that exist, the more valuable they become. 2. Demand. Coin collectors and investors are constantly searching for rare coins that stand out due to minting errors or unique features. The 1980 double-die penny has attracted significant attention from collectors because of its distinct design flaw. Additionally, error coins have gained more attention in recent years as collectors seek to own coins with historical significance and distinct characteristics. When you combine rarity with high demand, the result is a coin worth much more than its face value. 3. Condition. As with any collectible, condition plays a huge role in determining the value of a coin. A well-preserved coin, especially one with a minting error, is worth far more than a coin that has been heavily circulated or damaged. The 1980 double-die penny that sold for $1.5 million was in exceptional condition. The doubling error was clear and visible, and the coin had minimal wear, making it a perfect specimen for collectors. If you happen to find one of these coins in your collection, the better the condition, the higher the value it will command. How to identify a 1980 double-die Lincoln penny. So, how can you identify a 1980 double-die Lincoln penny? It's not always easy to spot, but with a little attention to detail, you'll be able to tell if your penny is one of the rare, valuable ones. Here are the key things to look for. 1. Look at the date. The first place to check is the year 1980 on the obverse side of the coin. The double die error will cause the digits to appear slightly doubled. The 8 and 0 will show a faint second version of each digit. This is the most obvious sign that you've found a coin with this error. 2. Examine the word liberty. The next area to check is the word liberty, which can also show signs of doubling. The L and I will have a second, faint version next to the original letters. This doubling is particularly noticeable when you use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. 3. Check the word "In God We Trust." Some coins with this error may also show doubling in the words "In God We Trust." While this is usually more subtle than the doubling on liberty, it's worth checking to see if any of the letters show signs of a second impression. Once you've identified the doubling, the next step is to have the coin professionally graded. A reputable grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can authenticate your coin and assess its condition. These services will determine whether the coin is truly a 1980 double die penny and help establish its market value. Where to find 1980 double die Lincoln pennies? Finding a 1980 double die Lincoln penny can be a bit of a challenge, but it's definitely not impossible. Here are a few places to look for this rare coin. 1. Old coin collections. If you have access to old coin collections, especially those that haven't been sorted in years, this is a good place to start. People sometimes overlook valuable coins when going through their collections, so it's worth checking older coins to see if there's any sign of a double die error. 2. Coin rolls. You can also check penny rolls from the bank, especially older rolls or rolls that have been sitting around for a while. While the chances of finding a 1980 double die penny in circulation are slim, it's always worth a look if you have access to them. 3. Online auctions and dealers. Many rare and valuable coins are bought and sold through online platforms like eBay, coin shows, or professional coin dealers. When buying coins online, be sure to only purchase from reputable dealers who can provide proof of authenticity. 4. Coin shops. Visiting local coin shops can also be a great way to find valuable error coins. If you're looking for a 1980 double die penny, ask the shop owner if they have any in their inventory, or if they can help you track one down. The growing interest in error coins. The market for error coins like the 1980 double die penny has been growing in recent years, and it's not hard to see why. These coins are unique, rare, and offer collectors the chance to own a piece of history. As more people become interested in numismatics, the demand for these coins is only going to increase, driving their value higher. Error coins are a fascinating part of U.S. coinage, and they offer a glimpse into the history of minting processes. The 1980 double die Lincoln penny is just one example of how a small minting mistake can lead to a coin that's worth millions of dollars. Conclusion: the 1980 Lincoln penny, with its rare double die error, is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become an incredibly valuable collectible. Thanks to its rarity, high demand, and exceptional condition, this coin has the potential to be worth $1.5 million or more. So, the next time you find a 1980 penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a piece of numismatic history worth far more than its face value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to find them, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, happy collecting! You never know when you might find your next hidden treasure. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into coin collecting, or you've ever wondered whether those pennies you find in your pocket change might actually be worth something, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into a very special coin, the 1987D Lincoln penny. This coin, while it may seem like just another penny at first glance, has recently made headlines for being worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. You heard that right, one of these coins recently sold for over $1 million. And today, we'll explore the history of the Lincoln penny, the significance of the 1987D, and why it can fetch such an insane price. Let's get started. A brief history of the Lincoln penny. Before we talk about the specifics of the 1987D Lincoln penny, Let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny, which was first introduced in 1909, is one of the longest-running coins in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin originally featured a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, which symbolized the nation's agricultural roots. This design became known as the wheat penny, and it was in circulation from 1909 until 1958. In 1959, the reverse of the coin was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This design has remained in use ever since, with only minor changes over the years. The 1987 penny falls into this category, as it is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which lasted until the reverse design was updated again in 2009 to mark the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1987 Lincoln penny. What makes it special? So, what makes the 1987 penny so valuable? After all, most people probably think of a penny as just a 1-cent coin, nothing special. Well, the value of this particular penny comes down to one key factor: a rare minting error that occurred during the production process. The error in question is a double die variety, which means the coin was struck twice, but the second strike was misaligned. This resulted in a doubling effect on the design, which is most noticeable on the date and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. As a result, the coin's design gets doubled, with some parts of the design appearing to have 2 impressions instead of 1. In the case of the 1987 penny, this doubling is most prominent on the date 1987 and the word Liberty. If you closely examine a 1987 penny with this error, you'll notice that the 1 and 8 of 1987 have a faint second impression, as do the letters L and I in Liberty. These doubled features make the coin instantly recognizable and highly sought after by collectors. Why is the 1987 Lincoln penny worth $1.3 million? Now, you might be wondering, how does a 1987 penny, which is from the 1980s, not exactly an ancient coin, become worth a staggering $1.3 million? The short answer is rarity, demand, and condition. 1. Rarity. The 1987 double die penny is an incredibly rare coin. While millions of pennies were minted in 1987, only a small number of them are affected by the double die error. This makes the coin extremely rare and difficult to find. When it comes to coin collecting, rarity plays a huge role in determining value, and this error coin's scarcity is a big reason why it can fetch such a high price. 2. Demand. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare error coins. The 1987 Lincoln penny with the double die error is one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic community. Error coins like this one are in high demand because they represent a mistake in the minting process, which makes them unique and historically interesting. As more collectors become aware of this rare variety, the demand for the 1987 double die penny has skyrocketed. 3. Condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin is crucial to its value. A 1987 double die penny in excellent condition, with minimal wear and the doubling clearly visible, can command a significant price. The example that sold for $1.3 million was in near-perfect condition, with sharp details and well-defined doubling. The better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it becomes, and this particular coin's high grade is what made it worth millions. How to identify a 1987 double die Lincoln penny. If you think you might have a 1987 double die Lincoln penny, there are a few key things to look for to help you identify it. It's important to be able to spot the doubling and understand what makes this coin so unique. Here's what you should check. 1. Examine the date. The most noticeable feature of a double die error is the doubling on the date. On a normal 1987 penny, The digits of the year should appear as single impressions. However, if you have a double die penny, you'll notice that the 1 and the 8 in 1987 have a slight second impression next to them. This is one of the easiest ways to spot a 1987D double die penny. 2. Check the word Liberty. The word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin is another area where doubling is visible. In particular, you'll want to look closely at the L and I in Liberty. If you see a faint second impression of these letters next to the originals, then your coin is likely a double die variety. 3. Look for other doubling features. While the most noticeable doubling will be on the date and Liberty, some 1987D double die pennies may show signs of doubling on other parts of the coin, such as the word "In God We Trust." While the doubling here may not be as pronounced as on the date and Liberty, it's still worth checking for. Once you've identified the doubling on your coin, it's important to get it authenticated. Professional coin grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can confirm whether your coin is indeed a genuine double die error and evaluate its condition. Having your coin graded will not only authenticate it but also help you determine its value based on its grade and overall condition. Where to find 1987D double die Lincoln pennies? Now that you know what to look for, you may be wondering where to find one of those rare pennies. While it's not easy, there are a few places where you might stumble upon a 1987D double die Lincoln penny. 1. Coin collections. Many people inherit old coin collections or simply accumulate coins over the years. If you have access to a collection of old coins, it's worth going through them to see if you can find any valuable era coins, including the 1987D double die penny. 2. Penny rolls. Searching through penny rolls from your local bank is another option. While the chances of finding a 1987D double die penny in a roll are slim, it's still worth checking. Some collectors have managed to find rare era coins in this way. 3. Coin dealers and coin shows. Coin dealers and coin shows are great places to look for rare coins. Coin dealers often have rare era coins for sale, and attending a coin show could give you the chance to find a 1987D double die penny in person. Be sure to buy from reputable dealers who can authenticate the coin. 4. Online auctions and marketplaces. Websites like eBay and Heritage Auctions often feature rare coins, including the 1987D double die penny. If you decide to buy online, make sure to check the seller's feedback and ensure that the coin comes with proper certification or authentication. Why are error coins so popular? Error coins have become increasingly popular among collectors because they are unique and offer a glimpse into the minting process. Minting errors, such as the double die error found on the 1987D Lincoln penny, represent a mistake that's become a part of history. These coins are rare, and owning one means possessing something that was produced under unusual circumstances. Because of their distinctiveness, error coins like the 1987D double die penny have become prized possessions in the coin collecting world. Conclusion: the 1987D Lincoln penny, with its rare double die error, is one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. While it may seem like just another penny at first, this particular coin can fetch a staggering $1.3 million thanks to its rarity, demand, and exceptional condition. If you happen to find one of these coins, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure that could change your life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, informative, or interesting, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Who knows, you might find your own $1 million penny in your change one day. Happy collecting! Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. If you've ever come across a 1971 Lincoln penny, you might have thought it was just another ordinary coin. After all, we've all seen countless pennies throughout our lives. But what if I told you that there's a rare version of the 1971 penny that's worth an astounding $1.6 million? That's right, a single penny, worth just 1 cent at face value, could potentially change your life. In this video, we'll dive into the history of the 1971 Lincoln penny, explore what makes it so valuable, and uncover how a minting error turned this simple coin into a highly coveted collectible. So, let's get started. A quick history of the Lincoln penny. Before we jump into the specifics of the 1971 penny, let's take a moment to understand the history behind the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, it celebrated the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin initially featured 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, which became known as the wheat penny. This design remained in use until 1958. In 1959, the reverse design of the Lincoln penny was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This version of the penny has remained in circulation for more than 6 decades, and it's still the design used today. However, over time, various changes in the production process and minting errors have made certain years and editions of the penny extremely valuable. Now, let's talk about the 1971 penny. While most 1971 pennies are just regular, everyday coins, there is a rare variation of this penny that has made waves in the numismatic world. It's the era coin, the one that can sell for millions of dollars. Let's take a closer look at this penny and find out what makes it so valuable. The 1971 Lincoln penny and its minting era. The 1971 Lincoln penny is a relatively common coin in the grand scheme of things. However, there's a particular version of the 1971 penny that has a unique and valuable feature. This penny features a minting error known as the double die variety. A double die is a coin that was struck twice by the same die, but with the die misaligned during the minting process. This results in a doubling effect on certain parts of the design, making the coin stand out from regular ones. For the 1971 penny, this error affects several areas of the coin, including the date 1971 and the word liberty. These areas will appear doubled, which makes them easily identifiable when you know what to look for. A coin with this doubling is much rarer than a regular 1971 penny, and this error significantly increases the coin's value. Why is the 1971 double die Lincoln penny worth $1.6 million? Now you may be wondering, why is the 1971 double die penny worth such an enormous amount of money? The answer lies in 3 key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. 1. Rarity. The 1971 double die error is extremely rare. Out of the millions of pennies minted in 1971, only a small number were affected by this minting error. This makes the coin very hard to find, especially in good condition. As with any rare collectible, the fewer there are in existence, the higher the demand and the greater the value. 2. Demand. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for unique and rare coins to add to their collections. The 1971 double die penny is highly sought after because of its distinctive doubling error. Collectors love coins with historical significance, and this error provides a tangible connection to the history of U.S. coinage. Since it's a rare and highly desirable error, the demand for this coin has driven its price through the roof. 3. Condition. As with all collectibles, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A well-preserved 1971 double die penny in mint condition is worth far more than one that's been heavily circulated. The coin that sold for $1.6 million was in exceptional condition, virtually flawless, with clear doubling and no significant signs of wear. If you come across one of these coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. How to identify a 1971 double die Lincoln penny. If you think you might have stumbled upon a valuable 1971 double die penny, the next step is to know how to identify it. Fortunately, the doubling effect is quite noticeable, but you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to see the details clearly. Here are the key areas to check for doubling. 1. The date 1971. The most obvious sign of the double die error is in the year 1971. If you look closely at the 7 or the 1 in the date, you'll notice a doubling effect. The double numbers may appear slightly offset, creating a shadow or extra line next to the original number. 2. The word liberty. The word liberty on the obverse side of the coin also shows signs of doubling. In particular, you'll see the L and the I doubled, which gives the coin its signature look. Again, A magnifying glass is essential for spotting this detail. 3. The word "in God we trust." The phrase "in God we trust" on the coin's obverse is another area where doubling can occur. The I in and the T in trust can appear doubled, though this is often more subtle than the other parts of the coin. Once you've identified the doubling on your coin, it's important to have it authenticated. A reputable grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can help you determine whether the coin is authentic and assess its condition. Authentication is critical if you plan to sell the coin or add it to your collection, as it can significantly impact its value. Where to find 1971 double-die Lincoln pennies? Finding a 1971 double-die Lincoln penny isn't easy, but it's not impossible. These coins can be found in old coin collections, rolls of pennies, and even in pocket change. Your best bet is to start searching through pennies from 1971, particularly if you find rolls or bags of coins that were untouched for years. You can also find these coins for sale through reputable coin dealers, at coin shows, or on online auction sites. But remember, when buying rare coins, always be sure to check the coin's authenticity and condition. It's essential to buy from trusted sources, especially when it comes to coins worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. The rising interest in rare coins. The market for rare era coins has been growing in recent years, and the 1971 double-die Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how valuable these mistakes can become. As more people enter the world of coin collecting, the demand for rare and unusual coins continues to rise. Coins like the 1971 double-die penny are particularly attractive to collectors because they offer both historical significance and a tangible connection to the minting process. The rarity of these era coins, combined with the increased interest in numismatics, means that the value of rare coins will likely continue to increase over time. So, if you're looking for a valuable coin to collect or invest in, the 1971 double-die Lincoln penny is definitely one to keep on your radar. Conclusion: the 1971 Lincoln penny is a prime example of how a small minting error can turn a common coin into a million-dollar collectible. The double-die error, which affects key areas of the design, makes this penny a highly sought-after piece for collectors. The rarity, demand, and condition of the coin all contribute to its incredible value, with some examples selling for as much as $1.6 million. If you come across a 1971 penny, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. And if you're a collector looking to add a rare coin to your collection, the 1971 double-die penny is definitely worth seeking out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their incredible values, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Happy collecting, and until next time, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden gems in your pocket change. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating topic that might just change the way you look at your spare change. Have you ever come across a 1988 Lincoln penny? If so, you might want to take a closer look because this seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth a lot of money, as much as $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we're going to explore the history of the 1988 Lincoln penny, uncover why certain versions of this coin are worth so much, and explain how you could potentially find one that could change your life. So let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. Before we get into the specifics of the 1988 Lincoln penny, it's important to understand a bit about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, which was first introduced in 1909, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. The design of the Lincoln penny was created by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Initially, the reverse of the coin featured 2 ears of wheat, which is why those are called wheat pennies. This design was used until 1958 when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design, which is what we still see today. In 1988, the Lincoln penny still featured the same design that had been in circulation since 1959, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. However, It's not just any regular 1988 penny we're focusing on today. There's a specific variety of the 1988 Lincoln penny that has captured the attention of coin collectors and can be worth an astonishing amount of money. Let's dive into what makes this coin so valuable. The 1988 Lincoln penny, a minting error. Like many other coins, the 1988 Lincoln penny was minted in large quantities, but some of these pennies contain rare minting errors that make them highly valuable. The particular version we're talking about today is the 1988 double die Lincoln penny. What exactly is a double die error? A double die occurs when the coin's die, the metal stamp that strikes the coin, misaligns during the minting process. This results in some parts of the design being struck twice, leading to a doubling effect on the letters, numbers, or other elements of the coin. In the case of the 1988 Lincoln penny, the most noticeable doubling can be found in the year 1988 and the word liberty on the obverse of the coin. For example, if you closely examine the 1988 on a 1988 double die penny, you may notice that the digits are slightly doubled. The 8 and 8 in the year might look like they have a shadow or a faint second impression right next to them. Similarly, the word liberty can appear doubled, especially in the L and I in liberty. These doubled features are what make the coin so distinctive and desirable to collectors. Why is the 1988 double die Lincoln penny worth $1.4 million? Now, you might be asking yourself, why is a 1988 Lincoln penny worth $1.4 million? The answer lies in three important factors: rarity, demand, and condition. 1. Rarity. While millions of 1988 pennies were minted, only a small number of them contain the double die error. These coins are extremely rare, and finding one in good condition is even more challenging. When a coin like this is produced, the error is often missed by the minting process, meaning only a small number of coins with the error make it into circulation. This makes the 1988 double die penny a rare find, which significantly increases its value. 2. Demand. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for unique and rare coins to add to their collections. The 1988 double die penny is highly sought after because of its distinct error. Collectors of rare coins love these types of finds because they are part of the fascinating history of coin production. The rarer the coin, the higher the demand for it. And as demand increases, so does the price. 3. Condition. As with all collectibles, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A well-preserved 1988 double die penny in mint condition is worth far more than one that's been heavily circulated or damaged. The 1988 penny that was sold for $1.4 million was in exceptional condition, with clear doubling visible on the date and the word liberty, and it had very little wear. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its value. How to identify a 1988 double die Lincoln penny? Now that we know why the 1988 double die Lincoln penny is so valuable, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Here are the key features to look for. 1. Examine the date. The most obvious place to look is the year 1988 on the obverse of the coin. The double die error will cause the digits to appear doubled. This can be seen most clearly in the 8 and 8. Where a faint second impression of the number appears next to the original one. The doubling may also be noticeable in the 1 and 9, but it's usually more prominent in the 8s. 2. Look at the word liberty. The word liberty will often show signs of doubling as well. Pay close attention to the L and I of liberty. If you notice a second faint image of these letters next to the original, you may have a double die penny. 3. Check the word "In God We Trust." Some examples of the 1988 double die penny will also show signs of doubling in the phrase "In God We Trust." While this is usually less pronounced than the doubling on the date and liberty, it's still worth checking. Once you've identified the doubling, the next step is to get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service. Coin grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can help determine whether your coin is truly a 1988 double die penny and assess its condition. Authentication and grading are essential if you're planning to sell or invest in rare coins. Where to find 1988 double die Lincoln pennies? Now that you know how to identify a valuable 1988 double die Lincoln penny, You're probably wondering where you can find one. Here are some tips on where to look. 1. Coin collections. Many rarer coins are found in old coin collections. If you have access to old collections that have been passed down, it's worth going through them to see if you can find a 1988 double-die penny. 2. Penny rolls. You can also try searching through rolls of pennies that have been stored for years. Sometimes, coins with minting errors are overlooked, and you may be lucky enough to find one. 3. Coin shows and dealers. If you're serious about finding rare coins, visiting coin shows or working with professional coin dealers is another option. Dealers often have error coins for sale, and they can help you find a 1988 double-die penny. 4. Online auctions and marketplaces. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other coin marketplaces often feature rare coins for sale. Make sure to buy from reputable sellers who provide certificates of authenticity and proper documentation. Why error coins are gaining popularity. In recent years, there's been a growing interest in error coins like the 1988 double-die penny. Collectors are fascinated by these unique coins because they represent a mistake in the minting process. Every error coin has its own story and adds to the rich history of U.S. coinage. As more people discover the world of coin collecting and error coins, the demand for these rarities continues to grow, driving up their value. Error coins like the 1988 double-die Lincoln penny are a perfect example of how small imperfections in the production process can lead to coins worth far more than their face value. If you happen to find one of these rare coins, it could turn out to be a real treasure. Conclusion: the 1988 Lincoln penny may seem like just another ordinary coin, but the rare double-die error found on some of these pennies has made them worth up to $1.4 million. Rarity, demand, and condition all play a role in determining the value of this remarkable coin. If you come across a 1988 penny with a double date and word Liberty, you may be holding a valuable piece of numismatic history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot valuable ones, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Who knows, you might just discover your own hidden treasure in your change. Happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered whether those pennies you find in your pocket could be worth anything, you might want to think again. Today, we're diving into the 1991 Lincoln penny, a coin that, believe it or not, can be worth an astonishing $1.2 million. Yes, it's true. While most pennies seem like just a 1-cent piece of change, the 1991 Lincoln penny has a very special feature that can make it incredibly valuable. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the history of the Lincoln penny, what makes the 1991 version so special, and why it can be worth a small fortune. Let's get into it. A brief history of the Lincoln penny. Before we go into the specifics of the 1991 Lincoln penny, let's take a quick look at the history behind this iconic coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, marking a major departure from previous coins that typically depicted allegorical figures. Originally, the reverse side of the penny featured 2 ears of wheat, which symbolized the country's agricultural roots. This design lasted until 1958, when the penny's reverse was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This new reverse design remained in circulation for decades, including in 1991, when the penny you may have lying around was minted. In fact, the 1991 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running series that featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but it has something unique that makes it incredibly rare and valuable. The 1991 Lincoln penny, the minting error that makes it valuable. So, what makes the 1991 Lincoln penny worth such a staggering $1.2 million? It all comes down to a very rare minting error. Most people probably don't think of pennies as valuable, but when something goes wrong during the minting process, it can create a coin that is worth much more than its face value. The coin we're talking about is a 1991 Lincoln penny with the specific error known as a double die variety. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is improperly aligned, causing the design to appear doubled. This means that some parts of the design, like the date or the lettering, are struck multiple times, leading to a faint but noticeable second impression of those features. In the case of the 1991 Lincoln penny, the most notable feature of the double die error is the doubling in the year 1991 and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. The 1 and 9 of the year, in particular, show clear signs of doubling. The word Liberty also displays visible doubling, especially in the L and I. Because these double die pennies are so rare, they're highly sought after by coin collectors, which is what makes them so valuable. It's important to note that not all 1991 pennies have this error. Only a small number were affected. This rarity is the main reason why a 1991 Lincoln penny can be worth up to $1.2 million. Why is the 1991 Lincoln penny worth $1.2 million? Now that we know about the minting error, let's break down why this particular penny can fetch such a high price. 1. Rarity. The key factor in the value of any rare coin is its rarity, and the 1991 Lincoln penny with the double die error is extremely rare. While millions of pennies were minted in 1991, only a tiny fraction of those coins have the double die error. The rarity of the specific variety makes it highly valuable to collectors who are looking to complete their collections with rare and unique coins. 2. Demand. The world of coin collecting is full of enthusiasts who are constantly on the lookout for rare and valuable coins. Error coins, like the 1991 double die penny, are especially in demand because they represent mistakes that happen during the minting process. Collectors are drawn to these coins because they're not only rare but also tell a unique story about the minting process. As a result, the demand for these coins continues to grow, driving up their value. 3. Condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value. The 1991 Lincoln penny with the double die error is more valuable when it's in excellent condition. A coin that's well preserved, with sharp details and clearly visible doubling, will be worth significantly more than a coin that's worn or damaged. The example of the 1991 penny that recently sold for $1.2 million was in near-perfect condition, which is why it fetched such a high price. The better the condition of the coin, the more it's worth. How to identify a 1991 double die Lincoln penny. So, how do you know if you've found one of these rare 1991 Lincoln pennies? Here are a few tips to help you identify the double die variety. 1. Examine the date. The most obvious place to look is at the year 1991. On a regular penny, the digits should appear clearly but as single impressions. However, with the double die error, you'll notice that the 1 and 9 of the year have a faint second impression. This doubling will be noticeable to the naked eye, especially when you look closely. 2. Look at the word Liberty. Another key area to check is the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. The double die error will cause the L and I in Liberty to appear with the second impression beside the original. You might also notice some faint doubling on other letters in the word, but the L and I are the most prominent. 3. Check other parts of the coin. In some cases, the double die error may also affect the word "In God We Trust" and other parts of the design. While the doubling may not be as pronounced as on the date and Liberty, it's worth examining the entire obverse of the coin for any signs of doubling. Once you've identified the doubling on your coin, the next step is to have it professionally authenticated and graded. A reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can help determine whether your coin is a genuine double die error and assess its condition. A graded coin will not only be more valuable but will also be more attractive to buyers if you ever decide to sell it. Where to find 1991 double die Lincoln pennies? Now that you know how to spot the 1991 Lincoln penny with the double die error, you're probably wondering where to find one. Here are some places to check. 1. Coin collections. If you or someone you know has an old coin collection, it's worth going through it to see if any of the pennies are from 1991. You might find a hidden treasure among the coins. 2. Penny rolls. Searching through rolls of pennies from your local bank is another option. While the chances of finding a double-die 1991 penny in a roll are low, some lucky collectors have stumbled upon rare coins in this way. 3. Coin dealers and shows. Coin dealers are another great resource for finding rare coins. Many dealers specialize in error coins, and you might be able to find a 1991 double-die penny at a local coin show or from a reputable dealer. 4. Online auctions and marketplaces. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other online coin marketplaces often feature rare coins like the 1991 double-die penny. When buying online, be sure to check the seller's reputation and ensure that the coin comes with proper certification or authentication. Why error coins are so popular. One of the reasons error coins like the 1991 Lincoln penny are so popular among collectors is that they represent a moment in history when something went wrong during the minting process. Minting errors make coins unique, and owning a coin with an error makes it stand out from the others. Error coins tell a story and become part of numismatic history, which is why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Conclusion. The 1991 Lincoln penny with the double-die error is an incredible find for any coin collector. While it might seem like just another penny, this rare coin can be worth an impressive $1.2 million, and for good reason. Its rarity, high demand, and exceptional condition make it one of the most valuable coins on the market today. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Who knows, maybe one day you'll find your own $1 million penny. Happy collecting!